We talk truth.
Welcome to Talk TV Media Network, the #1 independent news media and talk-provoking station online. Whether it's tradition, politics, health, religious, sports, entertainment, or business talk, we are here to serve you. Join us now. Subscribe, like, and follow.
Talk TV, oh. Hey. We done bring the news, oh, hey. Liberia stand tall. Let the whole world know. From the city to the village, we gon' tell the story. Truth no they hide, we shine the glory. Voices rising, strong and free. Talk TV Media, that's where we be. Talk TV, we talk truth. Talk TV, we shine light. Talk TV, for you and me. Talk TV Media, we go far and wide. We talk we show from Monrovia to the world. The voice of the people, we dey Talk TV. Liberia right, we know the joke. Information sweet, like pepper soup. In the studio, all the streets, we dey make the heart beat, beat. Yeah. Talk TV, we talk truth. Talk TV, we shine light. Talk TV, for you and me. Talk TV, yeah, we go far and wide. Ay, ay, ay. Talk TV, now we own voice. Talk TV.
We talk truth. We shine light. Talk TV Media Network is a fact-driven platform bringing reliable news and engaging conversations to Liberians at home and abroad. From Monrovia to the diaspora, we connect communities with truth, clarity, and hope, because an informed citizen is a powerful citizen. I can see. All the cook all the do for me, oh. Papa, your blessing to plant me and I get cut to do, oh. You open doors straight away. Make my enemy can't fail. They wanna wallow down me.
She how you turn around for good from the way to farewell. Congratulations. The great I carried and on your head, the teacher and the well. Congratulations. Congratulations. Yeah, all my kids are wanting me for. All of my kids I get it to God. They think you do it up all of my money, probably like so. Make it like do. See the thing I do. Tell her to say when I do so. Me, I got baby, just to it. You turn around for me. All of them were looking down on me. Later you see the show. Your own you slow but sure. Let me at the day, tell me answer. You so put your level, tell me what's that. Let me let it down to your dream. Papi, I do as you say.
Okay, folks, welcome to Talk TV Media Network. This is the Friday Night Palava Talk. I said a Palava Talk. Tonight, a Palava Talk with Kamiha. Right now, here in Green Country, Oklahoma, some of us, it's about just a few minutes after 11 p.m. Those of you on the East Coast, you're already in the AM. And of course, those of you in Liberia, I know you already, the chicken crow. Yeah, the chicken, the rooster crowing around now. Yeah. So that what happening. But how be it, we're here. I'm here to talk. The CEO, the man himself. That palava, serial palava to I come have here. That governmental palava to I come have here tonight. It's not just Liberian, American kind of stuff. That real Liberian thing will come and do here tonight. So wherever you are watching us from, you waking up. It's just bright and early in the morning in Liberia. 5, 6 a.m. And here for us, especially for me, where I'm at, right? I'm not even in the AM yet. I'm still in the PM. That's all I got to tell you. But certain thing going in Liberia, we got to talk about it, folks. Because if any well-meaning Liberian, any conscious Liberian who has Liberia at heart and really want the best of Liberia, for Liberia, right now, we want to have a voice. We want to sound an alarm. We want to talk about what's going on in the nation of Liberia. But before I proceed tonight, I want to give a special shout out to one of my boys who has worked assiduously for Talk TV Media Network, Prince J. Miawe. Today, my son, today is a birthday. Happy birthday to you. So wherever you are in Liberia celebrating, we at Talk TV Media Network say kudos to you and happy blessed birthday as you celebrate. Yeah. But before I start tonight, before I start the talk, because I want to be able to compare two things tonight. Joseph Numa Boakai, 2 years of his occupancy as president of Liberia versus George Manuel Weah, 6 years presidency. That's what I want to talk about tonight. And I want to talk about it from an independent standpoint, not politicizing anything, but independently. Because we here at Talk TV, we are an independent network. Right? So we cut it to the chase. Whether you like us or not, whatever we are did, we give it to him. What he doesn't do, we're not going to give it to him. What Boakai, Ome Boakai is doing, we give it to him. What he's not doing, we are not going to give it to him. But I know one may say, is this comparison fair? I know it's not fair because as we speak, Joseph Numa Boakai is almost just going to his second year, and he still has 4 more years to go. Comparing that to George Weah's 6 years, I want the Liberians and the listening audience to find out the trajectory and the direction in which the nation of Liberia is progressing or moving. So before I do that, y'all listen to your late music, yeah.
La vie à l'only way,
Kapao. My people, y'all come together. Y'all let come together. Let make peace. Let bring about unity. Let's bring about togetherness. My people, y'all come together. Oh, my people. All my Pella people. Bonkante people. This is a special one. All my Bonkante people. This is a special one to all of you. To all of you. By way of information, I'm testing new equipments tonight. So if you are getting us clear, please let us know in a comment sections below, so that way we'll know how effectively you're getting the equipment, the relay out there. But tonight, folks, I just feel compelled to talk to us about what is unfolding in the nation of Liberia. You know, we've had elections 2 years ago, and Joseph Numa Boakai won. A veteran politician, one who's mature, one whose uh, character is well respected in the Committee of Nations among his peers and colleagues across the globe. That's the one we're talking about tonight. He took from another man who is respected in the sporting industry, and that has to do with soccer. The legend, soccer legend, George Manuel Weah. Yes, very charismatic young man, very gifted, high potential. But sometimes it behooves one as a leader, if God chooses you as a leader, you have the tendency of prospering or doing so well for your people based on those that you surround yourself with. So those of us as individuals know that The environment you find yourself in, the environment you live in, has a lot of impact on you. So, who you surround yourself with tells me who you are and where you're going. Show me your friends, and I will show you who you are. That's what I'm talking about here. So, we went through 6 years under the George Weah presidency. We saw a lot of good, we saw a lot of bad, right? And now, under this new regime, new government under Joseph Nima Boakai, we've seen some things, a lot of improvements as well. So I want us to compare some things here, what I call apples to apples. I know it is unfair to the Boakai's administration, but I chose to do it anyway, so that people will know that the premise of this broadcast tonight has to do with Liberia, Liberians, be a little bit patient. This instant gratification thing, you don't do that when it comes to real change. Liberians expect, we want so much to happen so quick, so much, right? I tell people this, I was talking to someone today. It takes time to build a house. It takes time to build your house that you are constructing, that you're building in Liberia. I'm bringing this physical analogy so you will understand. It takes months. Some people, it takes them years. But that same house can be destroyed in one day. And that same house also, to some extent, can be destroyed in just hours. And it's gone down. Where am I going with this? Liberia has been destroyed. Imagine when Liberia came out of the 14 years of war. And the only person that took it from there was former President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf. Right? If she was not so selfish enough to hold vice president that served her for 12 years, had she given and turned the mantle of power over to her vice president that she trusted for 12 years, imagine where would Liberia be today? Imagine. Because we have seen significant development and improvement just within just the scope of less than 2 years. 6 years under George Weah. So much we saw. So much. Destruction. Looting. Corruption. Destruction of institutions. Liberia lost its integrity in the Committee of Nations globally. Foreign minister being accused of rape. Our own foreign minister accused of rape. Oh, how quickly, how soon do Liberians forget? That's why I'm here. And see where we are in 2 years, less than 2 years. So I'm here. Side by side comparison. George Manuel Weah 2018 to 2024, 6 years. And Joseph Nima Boakai 2024 to present, first 2 years. And I'm gonna dissect this. The intellectuals, the bourgeois, will understand where I'm coming from with this. Right? I'm gonna handle different categories, and that has to do with governance style, the economic management, the anti-corruption efforts, the public spending and waste, the civil service reform, the infrastructure delivery, rule of law and institutions, folks, transparency and accountability, foreign relations and diplomacy, security and stability, right? Public confidence and trust. Focus on elderly leadership and delegation. We will discuss these issues tonight, side by side, line by line, when it comes to George Weah, Manuel Weah, presidency 6 years, and that of Joseph Nima Boakai. And then at the end of the day, you make the choice. You make the choice. You make the decision as to in what direction is the nation of Liberia heading. Talk TV Media Network. We're here. This is the CEO, one-on-one. So how do we go? Governance star. During the first year under George Weah, we saw highly centralized reliance on loyalists over technocrats. His first year, his years, George Weah government style of leadership was centralized basically on who know you, loyalists, those who are loyal to him, friends, instead of technocrats. Under Joseph Numa Boakai, we have seen more technocratic approach. He brings in more experienced professionals regardless of party affiliation. That's the comparison when it comes to the government star. We saw under Manawiya, he was more concentrated on reliance on loyalists and technocrats, over technocrats, on Joseph Numa Boakai, we have seen more technocratic approach, as in bringing more experienced professionals regardless of party affiliation, right? The economic management category. Under George Weah, we saw inflation rose significantly. Thereafter, weak currency stability, limited reform implementation under Weah administration, 6 years. Inflation rose significantly. How soon can we forget that a US dollar rate to the local Liberian currency was so high, right? Weakening the currency stability. The Liberian currency was weakening. Limited reform implementation. When we look forward under the 2 years of Joseph Numa Boakai, we've seen fiscal discipline policies introduced early from the onset of his administration, taking over. Anti-waste and cost control measures in government agencies. That's what we've experienced. That's what we've seen. He has executed and implemented fiscal discipline policies. So Liberians need to know, draw between the lines, as in the critics or those who are just there one-sided, nincompoops. All they see is, I love you, and if you are wrong, I'm still going to love you. If you are right, I'm still going to love you. And those who have refused to have an independent mindset, they're where I am tonight. Open your mind. I'm inviting you to this conversation. If you want to join this conversation, come in. I'll bring you on. Put your comment down there. I'll share the link. I continue. Anti-corruption efforts. Category, anti-corruption efforts. Under George Weah, we saw mixed signals, rhetoric, and anti-corruption, but weak enforcement. Several scandals involving officials. Under George Weah, several scandals involving government officials, right? Bunch of rhetorics, but no work, no action. Didn't see anything besides maybe soccer fields, parks, and stuff, right? But hey, it's not me talking this. This is research I have made. But under Joseph Numa Boakai, we've seen active audits taking place, public dismissals of officials accused of corruption, stronger backing of, for the LACC and the GAC investigations, right? That is what we've seen under Joseph Numa Boakai. Active audits taking place. Audits are taking place. Even though these audits that are taking place are not on an overall satisfactory yet, because some of us are still questioning that the House of Legislature, the Senate, all be audited. Yes, we know that. But at least on a good trajectory, on a good footing. They are beginning. They are heading in the right direction. Based on what Joseph Numa Boakai would do in year 3, year 4, then this analysis will come to its fullest fruition, right? So we're seeing audits, public dismissal of officials accused of corruption, stronger backing for LACC and GSC investigations. Let's come to public spending and waste. In public spending and waste, we've seen under George Weah high spending on travel, convoys, and political projects. Political projects. It's not just political projects, but also friends, personal projects were executed under the Weah administration, right? High spending. Oh, we've seen the biggest convoys ever under George Weah. The pageantry of convoys. We've seen that. But under Joseph Numa Boakai, we've seen a reduction of presidential convoys, gasoline budget, travel spending, and government fleet costs. People forget so quickly, especially Liberians, how easily George Weah used to charter planes, airplanes, and travel to Qatar, to Succour March, and sit there for 45 days as a president to have fun and good time in the name of I'm watching my son play. You running the country, not your household. We saw that happen. We've seen Joseph Numa Boakai flying commercial flights, as even right now as it's in France, commercial flights. The old man don't have time to take all of that stuff and spend money while Liberians are dying with hunger and languishing in poverty. Folks. Okay, I'm going to take this one up, and then after that, I'll play our favorite song. So we just dealt with public spending and waste. And the next one has to do, the next category is civil service reform. Under civil service reform, under George Weah, we saw limited or slow reforms, frequent political appointments. We saw that under George Weah. We saw limited, slow reforms taking place under George Weah, and frequently political appointments were taking place. Oh, we put you in this place. You're not going to conform with us. You're not going to do what we want you to do. We're going to replace you. We're going to appoint someone else. We saw a lot of that taking place over and over. But under this administration of Joseph Numa Boakai, we've seen what we call merit-based restructuring, right? Emphasis on professional civil servants rather than partisan loyalty. We've seen that. There's not a whole lot to talk about Joseph Numa Boakai right now because he's only going to 2 years. But we can talk so much about the past administration of George Weah because we know that. And sometimes some people will say this is not a fair analysis, but to me, it's fair. Right now, if you want to know the direction in which the country is heading, this is the time to know that. This is how you begin to know. Where are we heading? Are we in the right direction or not? Folks, are we or not? You be the judge. Enjoy this piece of break, and I will come right back to continue the rest. Hello. Kapao. Welcome to the Palava Talk. Friday night Palava Talk, my people. And I say, yeah. Hey, my own dear sister. Good evening to you, Mariam Bimba. Good evening, wherever you are watching us from. Special shout out to you. Friday Night Jam coming to you all. Folks, we are talking serious issues under the Palava Hut tonight. Yes, Palava Hut. And nothing else we are doing but discussing the nation of Liberia. Past and present. And of course, future tense. Discussing the past, the present, and the future. The only way that you will be able to know the present or your future is by knowing the past. A person, a nation that do not know the past, where you've come from, a person who do not know where they've come from is heading nowhere. The old people say in Liberia that you have to sit on an old mat to plot a new one. You have to sit on an old mat in order to be able to plot a new map. That is a parable for those of you who do not understand. What does that parable mean? In order for you to do better in life, you have to know the mistakes you've made in the past. You have to know your failures and successes. That will help you to correct where you are in order for your future to become successful. This is where we are as a nation, as a people. So we continue comparing the 2 years of Joseph Numa Boakai administration versus the 6 years of George Manawia. There we are. So we dealt with the governance style, we dealt with the economic management, we dealt with the anti-corruption efforts, we dealt with the public spending and waste, we dealt with the civil service reform for those of you who are just joining us. And now I am going to be dealing with the infrastructure delivery. Under George Manawia, major successes in road construction, especially feeder and inter-county roads. We saw a lot of road construction under George Weah, including inter-county roads. Let's give that to him. He did it. And that's why we as a network are independent. We're not biased. We look at things from an independent standpoint. That's why we saw under George Manneh we had 6 terms. Under Joseph Numa Boakai, we have seen a slow infrastructural rollout expected due to short time, but focusing on transparency in contracts and cost efficiency. So what we are experiencing and seeing under Joseph Numa Boakai is, it is not that we will not see what he's going to do when it comes to the roads. We are seeing a slow rollout, right? But at the same time, they are focusing on transparency in contracts, the contracts they are making with those who are going to construct our roads, our neighborhoods, our county roads and stuff. They want to see how cost effective all those things are before rolling out. So Joseph Numa Boakai still has enough time to perform or to outperform Judge Manneh Weah when it comes to infrastructure or road construction. Yeah. So that's how we deal with that. But for George, we have 46 years of service. When it comes to infrastructure delivery, we saw major successes in road construction and especially feeder and inter-county roads. Having dealt with that, we go to rule of law and institutions. Rule of law and institutions. Institutions seen as influenced by executive decisions under George Weah. Most of the institutions were being influenced by executive decisions under George Weah. 6 years. When it comes to the rule of law. And because of that, we saw a lot of people not being held accountable for a lot of their actions. We witnessed 3 boys die at the St. Moses Funeral Home. That investigation, nobody knows how it ended. The 6 auditors that died, all of that had negative implications on the country. Negative implication. Government officials will threaten you and do stuff to you overnight and go with impunity. Nothing will happen to you. People were nervous and scared traveling to Liberia. Liberians themselves, at night, nervous. The security was fragile. The security of the state under Weah was fragile. That's what we're talking about here, right? Security. Rule of law. Under Joseph Numa Boakai administration, we have been able, under rule of law, to see how he has strengthened the independence of the GAC, LACC, the National Election Commission, NEC, and the judiciary processes to restore institutional trust. That's why Joseph Numa Boakai, because he understands that once you restore trust in these areas of law, of institutions, you gain the confidence of the people. As in, we can trust government, we can trust the judiciary, we can trust the police, we can trust, the auditing departments of the country, the judiciary. So he is gradually restoring institutional trust in the nation. Yes, because I don't want somebody to come and take advantage of me and take me to the court and then only to find out because they are popular or they are lawmaker or they have money or whatever, or they have this connection, and then my rights are being violated. They take advantage of me. No. Fair play in the court of law. We move to the next one, transparency and accountability. transparency, and accountability. Under George Weah, we saw asset declaration delay, unclear contract processes. Under George Weah, assets declaration were being delayed. In fact, most of them did not declare their assets because they don't want to be held accountable. They were afraid that they were going to be held accountable and prosecuted. And this is the area where I really feel a little bit jittery about Joseph Numa Boakar's administration because he has not been able to prosecute all these corrupt officials that have squandered resources of the nation. They are sitting on top of that money and they are using that same money to come back 2029 and fight that they go back in government. That is all they are doing. What is the I agree with my brother Henry Costa when I listened to him, the other day when he was talking about the justice minister. How many cases has he prosecuted? And at the end of the day, where I actually agree with him was whether he prosecute anybody or not, if he's in cahoot with other officials, past officials of government, at the end of the day, it's going to be on Joseph Numa Boakai. So what is the administration or the old man doing? With a justice minister who never campaigned for him, who never voted for him, and now because he's a friend and he's not active, he's not prosecuting cases, right? We have these guys, they are so corrupt, they have embezzled the resources of the country, they're sitting there, right there in Monrovia, and languishing in money and playing and using Liberians, again, all over, muya, 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 when they meet. That's it. Prosecute. As long as it is in the confines of the law, prosecute. This is what Liberians want to see. Accountability. Let people be held accountable for their actions. Let people be held accountable for their actions. As long as people are not being held accountable for their actions, this thing will continue and it will continue and it will continue. Yes. And you got to clean this thing, old man. You got to clean it. If you need to let your justice minister go, let him go. Because at the end of the day, it's for your own good. You want your name, your legacy to continue to shine. This thing we call presidency is not just for friends. It's just like what the Wemo Pay, they just fire mines and ministers said that government job is like a coat. You put on this jacket, this coat. Remember, somebody borrow you this coat, say, hold it. When you hold this coat, don't think it's your coat. All you got to do, while you having that coat, put on a t-shirt on it because the person that loan you this coat can take away their coat anytime, their jacket, anytime they want from you. And whether you walking in the street and say, my man, give me my jacket. Right? They take away the jacket. If you are not smart enough that you have a t-shirt under that jacket, you are naked. And they have the right to take it. That's what happens to him. That was a very, very smart. And I applaud Wemo Pay. He's smart. The pundits, the critics, oh yes, the opposition, they are sitting and waiting for what will come out of the lips and the mouth of Wemo Pay so they can take it and run with it. But Wemo Pay is smart enough because he fought for this government in the trenches. Who knows what his next position is going to be? Yes, that's what I'm talking about here. When will Liberian begins to think positive about the nation of Liberia? Instead of negativity, just like the Bible says, as a man thinketh, so he is. The more negative you think about your country or about yourself, that's how you become. But the more positive you think about your nation, about yourself, about your family, that's how you become as well. Folks, I'm just here for 1 hour. So let me speed up because I'm ready to get out of here. Let me continue. We talk about rule of law, transparency and accountability, asset declaration, declare unclear contracts, processes under Judge Weir, public officials required to refile asset declarations, push for open procurement standards under Joseph Newman Barker. Now, foreign relations and diplomacy. Under Judge Weir, we saw a strong football diplomacy, improved Liberia's global visibility. Under Judge Weir, we saw a strong football, soccer. For those of you who do not understand, it's not American football here, it's called soccer. We saw a strong soccer diplomacy under George Weah administration that improves Liberia's global visibility, right? But under Joseph Nima Boakai, we've seen a priority on development partnerships, focus on loans, grants without excessive political trade-offs. Yes, that's what's happening. We see grants, we see loans coming in, we see Joseph Newman Barker partnering with partnerships, partners across the globe, being smart enough so that Liberia don't have to lose so much. That's it. Diplomacy. And when you talk about diplomacy, talk to me about what is happening when it comes to what Sarah Beslow Nyanti is doing at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs for the nation of Liberia. If I were to give flowers or roses to any minister right now, she will earn mine. Imagine what she just earned by negotiating that Liberians have a 3-year visa. When visiting the Liberia, coming to the U.S., the relationship between Liberia and the United States, Liberians have a 3-year visa. When you're visiting, when you are given a visa to come to the U.S., 3 years. That's a bomb. That's an accomplishment. That's diplomacy. That's being in there, negotiating, and taking Liberia to the limelight. Ms. Nyanti, thank you for the work that you continue to do. And this brings a challenge to the rest of the ministers. If you are in your ministry and you are corrupt and you are under the table taking kickbacks, and you're taking proceeds and money from people's hands because you want to give them a job, you don't deserve this presidency. You don't deserve to serve. And we'll stop pinpointing most of y'all out. We'll stop pinpointing most of y'all out. Just so the president will fire y'all. Let y'all go. Just like he said, if you think you in this government to wait for 2029, you're mistaken. That I mean say, Ome Barker say, you're not here, perform now. 2029 will deliver itself. Because right now, with what's happening for the next 4 years, the opposition back is on the wall. On the wall. Because comes 2029, right? Well, what would be accomplished so much with the trajectory Liberia will be on? Liberians themselves will see it and decide for themselves. Imagine the price of rice right now. This gone January, when the administration took over, it was $17, $18 per bag, 25-pound bag of rice. Right now, it's $14. It's been $14. Price of gas has gone down. The price of gas has gone down. The price of rice is going down significantly. You have more electricity now than under George Weah. More electricity now consistent than under George Weah. So what do you want? Do you want what you have now, or do you want to bring the old? That's why this comparison is all about, so that it will help Liberians to be more patient. That Liberia is moving on the right track. This old racetrack that has been sitting on the side is about to start flying and running. But Amen, Ome Bage, prosecute these people. Prosecute those as long as it is in compliance with the law, prosecute them. And if that means firing a justice minister who is sitting so adamantly and don't want to make any move, don't want to prosecute people, if he's so kind and so nice as a justice minister, then he does not deserve this position. Bring someone who is aggressive, who wants to see results. Results is all we care about right now. Results. My next category for discussion has to do with security and stability. Under Judge we witnessed and experienced peace maintained, but police morale issues and salary stagnation. So under Judge we saw peace. Peace was maintained. Under Weah. At the same time, police morale was down. Right? The police that governs the state, their morale was down, and their pay, their salaries, were kept for months and not receiving their pay. Stagnation. Under this present administration we have, Joseph Numa Boakai, we have seen peace maintained as well, but he's moving towards reforming the police. Training is taking place. Salaries is current. Discipline of the police. Recruitment, fairness. As in, it's not because you're from this tribe, you're from this tribe, or you're from this class, that we have to employ you to be a law enforcement officer. No. The doors are open. There's more training taking place. Professionalism is being brought to book. Hats off to the police chief, Gregory Coleman. You're doing well. Keep up. People are going to criticize you. People are going to do whatever and say whatever. They don't talk. Well, actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. Implement what is right for the nation, for the people. Today they will criticize you. Tomorrow they will give you a seat of honor. That's all I got to say about that. Security and stability. Under Judge we saw peace maintained, but police morale. That's it. We dealt with that, right? So the next category has to do with public confidence and trust. So when we look at what happened under Judge Weah, most of you probably will recall that when it comes to public confidence and trust, under Judge Weah, right? Public confidence and trust, it began very high, but later on it dropped sharply due to corruption scandals and rising hardship. It dropped. That is what we saw under Judge Weah. The public confidence was high because when you are elected as a new president, the people love you, the people like you, the people trust you. The confidence level is so high. But the unfortunate thing is it dropped so sharply because the first thing we saw, the president himself broke his mansion, so-called mansion he had on 9th Street down, and he started building all around. His government officials squandering money and building, and so the scandals were taking place. 16 billion or million, whatever, 10 million, money missing in containers, money missing. Folks, this is not whatever I'm trying to exaggerate. This is true. It happened. Unaccounted for. Compare that, fast forward to Joseph Numa Boakai. We are able to see how cautious he's begun his government, improving due to early signs of discipline, accountability, and serious tone of governance. We've seen the tone and the pace that Joseph Numa Boakai has set up when it comes to all these areas of trust. He understands what trust is when it comes to governance, public confidence. So he started very cautiously, right, improving that trust and that confidence. I said, you can trust this administration. We are here for you. We are accountable. Anybody who's not accountable, we're going to fire them. We're going to prosecute. We're going to judge. We're going to. That's what I'm talking about. The last piece, focus on elderly leadership and delegation. And that has to do under Judge Weir. Leadership style was most charismatic, informal, sometimes reactive. Now, under Joseph Numa Boakai, we saw his leadership style slow, deliberate, delegation driven, prioritizing administrative order and system repair. So you see, when it comes to the focus on the analyst style and the delegation of their leadership, Judge Weir, we saw he's very charismatic, informal, sometimes reactive. He will hear stuff going on, but he's not going to react. He won't do anything. He sit there, and the guys, his own bodies, will get away, not knowing that probably he's in the know of what's taking place, and that's why he's been he's been non-reactive. But under Joseph Numa Boakai, his style of leadership, and this is the part that frustrates people. Man, the old man's slow. He's slow. Yes, I agree. That's his style. You can't change it. He's slow. He's slow but sure. And he's also deliberate, intentional, focus. That's it. He's delegation driven. He delegates. He gives you the job, piece of job, go do it. And if you think he's not watching, he wants to see how well you're going to perform. He's prioritizing his agenda administratively. He is repairing the system. He's fixing the system. That's what he's doing. Joseph Numa Boakai is fixing a broken system. A system that has been corrupted, broken. That's what he's doing. Whether you like it or not, that's what's happening. And my biggest worry is come 2029, if he's not going to run, who's going to take the mantle and move forward and not destroy? And I hope he's not going to fall into the same pit as Ellen Johnson Sirleaf by being such a coward. Oh, that's a strong language. Knowing that this thing I'm doing is wrong to the nation, to the country, but I'm going to do it anyway, because if I give it to him, he's going to prosecute me and my children. So I'm going to pass it down to the unqualified. Folks, this is what happened. This is why we are where we are. Yes. The presidency is not for children. It's not for a child. The presidency, leadership is not for children. It's for those who are adults, who understands what leadership is. Yes. Leadership is not for children, especially when you're running a nation. You have to be you. You have to know you. You have to know what you want. You have to know the current state of affairs and the direction in which the country is heading, and also where the country has come from. When you have that full comprehension of where the country has come from, then you will know the direction in which the country is heading. And I mean saying it, the both people that didn't want saying it, when it comes to the comparison, yes. So in it says here, let me read it for you. They want to come and read it for you. They say key ways Boakai's 2 years surpassed Weir's 6 years. Number one, in four, and I will shut down. Right? 4 categories. Number 1, aggressive anti-corruption stance. Under that, Walker has removed and suspended officials pending investigation, something we really did. He improved the General Auditing Commission and a Liberia Anti-Corruption Commission to act freely. Number 2, reduction of government waste. He cuts down travel budgets, convoy size, and luxury usage of government vehicles. This helped rebuild public trust that government respects citizens' hardships. Number 3, professionalization of government, prioritizing competence over party loyalty. Ministers and directors now face higher performance expectations. Number 4, restoring confidence in institutions. Under that, we have judiciary and auditing bodies are more independent. Public sees a serious tone in leadership, less showmanship, more discipline. If you haven't seen road construction yet, wait for the full 6 years of Joseph Numa Boakai, because we can't give him that yet. Judge Weah is still in the lead for that. Yes. So if Joseph Numa Boakai wants to take over the role, development, far more than Judge Weah, he still has time. He still has 4 more years. We are yet to see that. I am yet to see the road from Banga Medikoma Highway paved. Because in this government, we're not here to talk. We're here to walk the walk and not talk the talk. And we are here to criticize. If he doesn't do it, we'll criticize him. If he does it, we'll press him. The same way we did under Judge Weah. There are beautiful parks built in around Monrovia under Judge Weah, where youth and young people go and play soccer and play sports. We're saying that. But Monrovia is not like just Liberia. Monrovia alone is not Liberia. People need to realize Monrovia is just a minute space part of Liberia. Where is the rest of the counties? Montserrado is not Monroe, it's not the government. Montserrado is not just Liberia alone. So when you decentralize the government, when you create more roads to the hinterland or in the hinterland, when you pave more roads and produce coming from the country to the city, commerce is moving up and down like it is here in the US. Guess what? Liberians don't have to ask you for a dime. They will get to work because Liberians are not lazy people. They work. They just want the basic services provided. Safe drinking water, good roads, consistent electricity. That's all Liberians are asking for. So Joseph Numa Boakai, you have a Herculean task ahead of you. I know you are in the know. I know you are aware. Even as you are in France, as you leave France to go back, my prayer is for the nation of Liberia that everything will go fine. That the good, the connections that you are making with the nations of the world, with allies, will take place. That Liberians will feel it and enjoy it. That's it. But at the same time, Liberians, y'all be patient. Y'all want everything y'all want it quick. Everything y'all want it fast. Yes. And that's how y'all can get food with beggar rights to go vote for the wrong person. Somebody can give you beggar right, you take your entire birthright and go give it to them. To come, and that person is going to come and enrich themselves. Liberia, it's time to be smart enough. You cannot be ruled or controlled with your belly. Yes. It's time. Rise up. It's not this life right now, this government is not about you, it's about your children and the generations, your children's children. The decisions you make now has to do with not about you, but your children and the generations to come. That's it. So on this note, I'll go back to my Pele people, my Bon Country people. I will leave you. I spent my 1 hour here and I'm fine. Palavato Friday night. I hear. Yes. We'll be bringing your Palavato. You whoever want me Palava will me come. Put in the comment section. I'll bring you on. Let me Palava. Let me see where you stand on this. But I can tell you for fact that Joseph Newman Boaka is moving in the right direction. And the critics will soon be silenced. They will talk, but their talk will be nonsensical. I can tell you that. I can tell you that. Liberia, we must dream again. Liberia, you must hope again. Liberia, you must believe again that ahead of you lies a better future. Folks, I'll catch you another time. Be blessed. Sam Gadu, Talk TV Media Network. Let's go to bed. Shut down. Everybody. Now. Love Liberia. Ding Liberia.